Hello, welcome back to Amigurumi 101. In this video, I will be detailing how to create a slip knot, how to hold your yarn and hook, how to create a chain, and finally, how to frog your stitches. Let's go ahead and get started with this slip knot. So first things first, find the tail end of your yarn. Close to the end of your yarn, you are going to create a loop. All you have to do is fold it and then twist it over. You only need to twist it over once. So it creates this shape. Now, hold on to where the intersection is. And then pull the long end of your yarn through the bottom of this loop. And then you've created your slip knot. If you've done this correctly, when you pull on the working end of your yarn, the one that's still attached to your yarn ball, you should be able to make your loop smaller. And then if you hold on to the tail end and pull on your loop, you should be able to make your loop larger. And I'll go through that process again. So you're going to take your yarn, fold it into kind of a bend, create a loop by just twisting it over 180 degrees. You're going to hold on to where that intersection occurs. Take your working end of the yarn and pull it through the bottom of this loop. And there you go, your slip knot. All right, so what do you do with this slip knot? Well, you're going to start working chains into it, like I mentioned earlier. But before you do that, you need to learn how to hold your yarn and your hook. So here we go. Now that you have your slip knot, what you're going to do is drape the working end of your yarn, the one that's attached still to your yarn ball. You're going to take that, drape it over the front of your pinky, and then you're going to loop it around the back to the front again. So essentially you've wrapped the string or the yarn once around your pinky. All right, after that, you're gonna pull on it just ever so slightly and then make it so that the slip knot end of your yarn is now draped over the top of your pointer finger. So it's gonna look like this. I'll do that once more. So, working end of your yarn loops around your pinky, behind these three fingers over here, and then over the front of your pointer finger. All right. So that is how you are going to be holding your yarn. You're going to loop it around your pinky, around the back of these three fingers, and then around the front of your pointer finger. Now for the hook. The hook, you're going to hold it like you would a pencil. Make sure, though, that the hook part of your crochet hook is facing you. You don't want it ever facing backwards. All right, so now let's put this all together. You're going to pick up the loop of your slip knot and then put it onto your crochet hook, and you're going to pull it so that it is taut and it's not able to easily slip off of your hook. Okay, so now we can go ahead and begin. If you want more tension, so over here you're going to want to make it so that the yarn is taut. If you have to stretch your finger way too far to do that, you can tighten this yarn by pulling on the end over here, draped along the bottom of your pinky. Pull that, and then you won't have to stretch so far. All right, so what you're going to do with this tail is you are going to hold it between your thumb and your middle finger, like so, and then you're going to push against this yarn on your pointer finger, push it backwards so that, again, you have taut yarn over here in the middle. You don't want this super loose. All right, so now that you are able to hold your yarn and your crochet hook, we can make some chains. So here we go. In order to create a chain, you're going to complete a yarn over and a pull through. What do I mean by that? So you're going to push your crochet hook backwards so that the yarn is now over the front of your hook, and then you are going to pull through this slip knot over here. So you're going to pull like that, and voila, you've created your first chain. In order to create more chains, you repeat this process over again. So you yarn over by pushing against your yarn, like so, and then pull through. When you get more confident with it, you can go a little faster. So boom, 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 boom. And then as you continue working more chains, you're going to have to adjust your position so that you're moving closer to your most recent chain. You don't want to be super, super far away. So over here, it's kind of getting harder to work with this because I'm getting farther and farther away from my working loop. So I'll want to adjust by holding closer to where my crochet hook is coming through this loop. All right, so I could keep going on, chaining, 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 chaining. And then if I refer to a pattern and I'm like, oh no, I was only supposed to create 10 chains. I've created way more than 10 chains. What do I do? What you're gonna do is called frogging, or to frog a stitch. So it's very simple. All you have to do is remove your hook from this working loop over here, and then pull. Pull until you have the correct stitches that you want. So over here, it's as easy as that. And then all my stitches disappear. And if I pull long enough, my slip knot will actually disappear. And it's like I never stitched anything at all. There you go. So again, in very quick succession, here is how to create your slip knot, how to hold your yarn and your hook, how to create chains, and finally, how to frog your work.